So today I'm gonna show you guys how I built this. It's a shed. Not that impressive, but it's a shed. I took a drill to the face for this video, so that's gotta mean something. Let the guest house renovations begin. I need to fix up this guest house. I am currently living on a duplex property, multi-family residential, and this is the guest house that I will be fixing up into an actual house, a second unit that I can rent out. So I'm freaking excited, but as you can see, there is a lot of just stuff, tools. I built motorcycles in there previously, and just finally getting around to focusing on this project. So today we are going to be building a shed. Well, we're going to be building a form to lay some concrete for a shed that's going to be on there that I can put all the stuff from inside of this house into there so I can start renovations on the actual guest house. So that's what we're doing. Let's do it. So only 3 hours and about 45 or so 80-pound bags of cement later, we do have a concrete slab. Is it perfect? Probably not. Will it hold a shed? Heck yes it will. As you can see, my dog already walked on it. Anyway, I did finish it off with like a brush broomed finish. Give it like a more professional touch to it. Okay, so we finally finished the shed. I am worn out. It was over the course of, I think, like 3 or 4 days, if you don't include the concrete. Just the shed, building the shed on top of the slab was like 3 days in itself. I was kind of just doing it myself. My wife helped me a little bit when she could, but she had late days and late nights, so couldn't really do too much. So it's actually starting to rain right now, so we'll see how it does. But anyway, here's the inside of it. It's a pretty rigid structure, doesn't move too much. I mean, I have no doubt that it will be fine with the wind and rain and whatnot. But yeah, so here it is. And here's Coast. But yeah, so you watched the time lapse. I mean, you saw it being built and pretty much every step of the process. I did finish this with some sealant. Since it's going to be, since there's extra on the sides of the slab and all the way around basically except the back, there will be some standing water when it rains. So I did use some clear coat or some silicone sealant just along the edges there, just so it's sealed off so that the water doesn't pool up inside and kind of just seep in and make everything all moldy and whatnot. Yeah, so that's it. All right, so there you have it. As I said, I'm exhausted. I took a drill to the face, so I have a nice deep Phillips head cut in my face, and I have a wedding to be at in 3 days, so this should go well. I was doing it mostly myself, but I had to get creative with a lot of the different things that we had to do on the shed. But there will be some parts that are a lot harder to figure out if you're doing it yourself. Luckily, those parts I had my wife to help me with. So just do it with 2 people if possible. It makes the process a lot faster and a lot easier. And if you're just doing it by yourself, you can kind of get disheartened after a while just because it's taking so long. Right when we opened up the box and we saw how many screws were in it, just like 2 solid bags of screws. I mean, this is just the spare parts right here. These are just the spare screws. And it was like twice the size of this bag, and it was completely full. And so I knew it was gonna be a lot of work, but dang, it was a lot of work. So, but it's done. We have a shed, it's solid. All the holes lined up pretty well. Not too many complaints there. There were a couple holes that weren't cut right on one of the roof strips. I'll just show you. So on the trim right here, this hole, there was no hole here. I just had to drill it through the sheet metal and pray it lined up with the hole underneath, which it did. I mean, but this is the one that I smashed my face with a drill on. So that kind of made me, I don't know, it was really irritating. Because the one thing, see, and this one wasn't cut right. And I double and triple checked that this was the right part and everything. And it just wasn't drilled right, so. Unless there was some odd thing that I missed, but I triple checked this stuff, making sure that I didn't have to modify it myself. But it seems like these 2 trim panels were either, maybe they included 2 from the left side of the shed over there instead of having one for the left side, one for the right side. Maybe something messed up, like when they were packaging it or something. I don't know, but I did smash my face with a drill right before a wedding because of that. So it was kind of annoying, but other than that, that was really the only thing that hit a snag, really. Pouring the concrete was self-explanatory. Using the Tapcon screws to solidify the shed frame to the concrete. Just get the right tools. That will make it a lot easier. I've had some construction experience in my life, so it wasn't like too confusing for me, or I didn't have any fear going into it like a lot of people who've never done this before would. So yeah. Just expect though, if you're doing it on your own and you don't have any knowledge, to be at least a few day job, and it's really tricky to do by yourself. There were a few moments in the time lapse that you guys probably saw when I was trying to put the first little walls up from the base. It was just hard because those can't stand on their own. So I had to like hold it with like a foot, and then my other knee was holding the other side, and then I was holding it like this and then drilling with the other hand. And it was really awkward. And there was one time where it kind of fell and bent itself at the bottom. Didn't hurt it, but it happened. And so just avoid that. Just get 2 people on the job. It should only take maybe a full day, a day and a half with 2 people. I mean, if you're fast, even less than that, but expect a little bit of work. I'll say that. So, all right, I think that's it. I have a dinner party to get to currently. All the out-of-state relatives are here for a wedding this weekend. It's my brother's wedding. So I'm stoked. I'm really excited for that, and everybody is, but they're at a dinner party right now, and I just finished, so yeah. Another thing I want to mention is I'm just a normal dude doing this. I've had some construction experience, but not much, and honestly, that was years back. I don't remember too much of it, so I'm hoping that this project here is not going to be too hard, too much for me to figure out. I'm expecting to get some professional help with it, but I want to do as much as I can on my own, because again, I have some of the experience that I would need, so I don't have like fear going into it, or it doesn't seem too daunting or intimidating of a task to do for me. So yeah, but again, I'm just a normal dude just trying to make some good moves in life and get things set up to start generating me some money. That's pretty much what this project is for, to have a second house on the property so someone else can rent it and help me out financially. And in years down the road, I plan to move out of this property fairly soon, the next few years, and just keep it and hold it and let it keep generating revenue from 2 houses on 1 property. So that would be nice. And yeah, anyway, that was a long kind of talk. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful for you guys. Make sure to subscribe and like this video. It does help us out here on YouTube. I'm just a dude trying to help you guys out, so I appreciate it. And if you like stuff like this and want to see more of the build of this whole guest house thing, just follow along. I'd love to have you. So I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm also cut underneath my lip too. It kind of hurts too. The gum's cut. I was just glad that I didn't chip it too. Smash that like button.